Welcome to the online lecture series on harmonics. Today, the topic of discussion is, and this will be the last topic of discussion for this unit. Probably we can have one more for comparison between IEEE and IEC standards. But today's topic of discussion is active power filters. In the last class, we have discussed the operation of passive filters, and we have seen that passive filters are also effective in eliminating harmonics, but the problem is that the harmonic elimination may not be 100% and the THD may not be reduced to a significant level that is being recognized by IEC and IEEE standards. Now, active power filters are used in drives and applications and power electronics applications, particularly to reduce the harmonics to a very low level. Okay, so they are used for reducing the harmonics to a very low level, very small level. So active filters, why they are known as active filters? They are known as active filters basically because they itself uses power electronic components, or basically a switch or a combination of switches or a converter itself for the elimination of harmonics. So till now we have seen that the power electronics components, which are nonlinear loads, are responsible for generation of harmonics, but today through active power filters we will also know that these power electronic devices can also act like a filter. So active filters use active conditioning to compensate for harmonic currents in the system. So basically the target quantity here is to reduce the harmonic current. Okay, the filter samples the distorted current and using power electronic switching devices draw the current from source of magnitude, frequency, composition and phase shift to cancel. So basically what it is written here, that filter has to produce a current which should be controlled in magnitude, one thing, other thing is frequency. Okay, so the whatever filter you should design should produce a current which should be controllable in magnitude, frequency, composition and phase shift, and it should be in opposition to the harmonic currents created by the load. For example, if the current produced by harmonic is like this, then the current which should be produced by the harmonic filter should be like this. Okay, so that means almost 100% cancellation should take place, okay, at the point of common coupling. So whenever this is the current which is produced by a filter and this is the current which is produced by a non-linear load. Okay, so if this happens, if you have designed your filter like this, then the source current will be free. Okay, the source current will be free from harmonics. Okay, so in the passive filters, because there was no switching device, 100% cancellation was not possible. Okay, because there was no switching device, you cannot control the current. Basically in passive filters you are giving a path to the current, okay, so that it does not go into the source side. You are giving a path to current. Here the cancellation is happening. Okay, 100% cancellation is happening, very close to 100% cancellation is happening. Okay, so this is the principle of operation. Suppose this is the area from where your these are the two non-linear loads. One is computer load, another is adjustable side. So this is one load, this is second load. So what will happen? The current which is drawn here, this is load current, will have harmonics. Okay, will have harmonics. Okay, so this is the source current which we want, should be free from harmonics. So this current is equal to this current which is and this current. Simple. IS is equal to I filter plus I load. Okay, so what does filter do? Filter is not carrying any filter is not carrying any load current. Load current is carried by this line. But this load current also have some amount of harmonic also. So what does this filter want? This filter should have a current which should be in same magnitude and opposite polarity as the harmonic current of this load, not the load current. So load current or fundamental current will be same, but it will have other also small harmonic currents. Okay, so that means the current which should be produced by the filter should be opposite direction, opposite to this. Okay, so this is the current which will be drawn by the filter, and this will be the current which is the load current, which is also having harmonic. So IL is basically having two components. Okay, IL fundamental, you can write down at ILF, and ILF plus ILH harmonic current. So load current is fine, we need not to do this, but the filter current IF should have a current which is produced by here. This is this active filter, and that's why you have seen this symbol of a control device, a thyristor, which shows that the current which is to be controlled here can be generated, which is to the opposite of the harmonic current. IF should be equal to minus ILH. So what will happen? The source current, which should be the sum of all these currents, IF and IF. If you write KCL here, so if this current is negative of this, then the net current IS will be equal to, if you add both these equation number 1 and 2, then the summation of both these will be equal to ILF. That means the source current is now having only the fundamental component current which is flowing into the load. So this is the principle of active filter, but easier said than done. As you see in the passive filters, you have to put a component only, and you have to just see that okay, this percent of elimination of harmonics is there, and that's it. But here the whole control system works. The active filter, the problem here, it is a controlled, it needs to be controlled and designed properly. Okay, so as compared to the passive filters whose design is easy, its design is difficult. Okay, its control and design both are difficult as compared to the active filters. So basically this is the active filter, and you see this is the current which is produced by the active filter. This is the current which is produced by the active filter, and this is the source current. So what is happening, that if you see for each phase, this is one phase, this is second phase, and this is third phase, and this is the load current. This is load current is having a fundamental component current which is there, and plus this current which is having harmonic currents also, IH. So if you see this is the polarity, then the harmonic current will be of this nature. Okay, the harmonic current will be of this nature, opposite of this. So whatever opposite of this current is possible will be the current of the harmonics. So what will happen, that whenever this current, for example, you see this is IS, and this is the current which is taken the harmonic, and this is the current which is going on load. So load will have two parts, IF plus some harmonic current, IH. Now if you see this harmonic current is a very different shape of harmonic current. It is having a combination of various harmonic current. It is not only a combination of one, so it may have a combination of 3, 5th, 7th, plus some other harmonics also, which, and maybe some interharmonics also, okay, which are not the integral multiple. So the shape is very complex. If you see this shape of this harmonic current, which is the shape produced by this filter opposite. And what is this filter? It is basically nothing but it is a inverter. You are generating a current of your magnitude, phase and frequency, which is opposite to the current which is produced by the load of harmonic current. So to mitigate this type of current, these switches, for example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, needs to be controlled in a manner, such that the current which is produced here is exactly the opposite of the harmonic current. Because you see, the harmonic load is like this. It is just like a it is just like your square wave inverter waveform, but the harmonic components are very, very difficult. So the passive filters will not work here. What will happen? The passive filters will not work here, because passive filters will not be able to eliminate all the frequency components which is available. So you need to have every passive filter for every other harmonic elimination. It will reduce the dominant part but not the every part of the harmonic. So that's why you need to control this. As you control inverter, it is easy to control an inverter. Is it easy? Because if you take, this is a DC bus, the capacitor which is here, it is a DC bus, also used for power factor, providing reactive power to a system. So it is basically doing these two things. It is operating as a it is also working as a filter, as well as it is also working as a reactive power compensation, because by controlling these switches you can also provide reactive current to the system wherever required. So the control part of this is very, very difficult, and it is not usually discussed at UG level. It is basically a concept of PG level. Okay, so there are different types of modeling, DQ modeling and different types of modeling which needs to be done, so that this converter operation works satisfactorily. So that's why you see this when 100% elimination is carried out, the source current is usually free from THD. That means THD is almost 0% and power factor becomes almost 1. So power factor also improves, because only now fundamental component is left, no other component is left. Whatever component of harmonics is 100% cancelled by the current which is produced against to the harmonic current which is produced by the load. So this is known as shunt active filter, because it is connected in the shunt part. Okay, so this is wherever you shown, this is an active filter. Okay, and there is some amount of passive filters also connected. This is a network, this is a harmonic generator. Okay, and these are the this is the motor through which we have to control. So we don't want that this harmonic should go into the line current. This line current should be equal to free. So this is the load current, which is the current which is taken by the motor. This is, so you see that load current is like this and the active filter current is like this. Why it is shown in negative? Because it is producing a current, which is opposite to the active filter current, is opposite to the current which is produced by the load. So that's why the spectrum is shown in negative. So load current will have some harmonics as shown by this. So the filter has to produce other harmonics which is opposite to that. Okay, so when it will add, you see the harmonics is almost eliminated, very small, and the power in the source current is almost sinusoidal. So this is the power of active filter, that if it is properly controlled, then the 100% elimination will happen. Okay, so this is the practical ABB from where I have taken its this is an ABB active power filter. So in any industry you will find that these are the cases in which the active power filters usually work. So they are basically PWM converter with DC capacitor, IGBT is used, and all these programmable power factor correction, zero reactive power filtering capability, and all these are the characteristics of this active filter. So basically it is a active filter, practical active filter. Okay, so this is what I have already explained to you, that how it works. Now there are other kinds of active filters also, which also eliminates the harmonics in the system by using DC to DC converter. Okay, so a DC to DC converter can also act like a filter. Now we have seen in our previous lectures that a rectifier current is not sinusoidal. Okay, so these filters are known as PFC circuits or PFC converters, or they are also known as active shaping active shaping of a converter input current. So the whatever device which do the active shaping of converter input current are known as PFC. Why they are known as PFC? When you improve the input current voltage profile, that means improving means you are eliminating the harmonics. Ultimately you are reducing the harmonics and making your current more sinusoidal with a good power factor. Okay, so for that we use a DC to DC converter. So this is a PFC circuit. Okay, this is a PFC circuit. Earlier what we have seen that the current, when this was not there, this is basically a this is what this is a boost converter. This is a boost converter which is here doing not work of exactly boost, but it is doing the work of PFC, power factor correction circuit. Okay, so power factor, earlier what we have seen that this rectifier bridge which is shown here, the current which is drawn by the rectifier bridge IS is not sinusoidal. Okay, this is not sinusoidal. Why? Because the current is drawn only at the points at which the capacitor which is here it discharges. So for more reference you can go to lecture 2 where I have detailedly explained this. In lecture 2 where I have explained that why this diode rectifier bridge does not have a sinusoidal current. In fact the current is like this peaky current. Okay, so we don't want this peaky current, but we want that current should be like this, a sinusoidal current. Okay, so in between a capacitor and a rectifier bridge we have put an inductor, a switch and diode. So basically a combination of inductor, switch and diode is a boost converter. Okay, so boost converter is there and we have to control the switching of this switch S in a manner in which this current IS, which is the source current, has to follow a sinusoidal reference. Okay, so if we made to follow this current which is a source current a sinusoidal reference, that means the switch has to turn on and turn off in a manner in which the current IS is forced to follow a sinusoidal reference. So basically we have to put a hysteresis band type of converter in which we sense this current as shown in the next slide. Okay, so what we do, for example, this is a voltage, this is a rectifier, and this is the voltage, rectified voltage, which is a voltage. What we want that the current should here, the IN current should be also like that, but only the polarity is different. Okay, what we want that this current IN should also have a sinusoidal wave shape, perfect sinusoidal wave shape. Okay, so that means the harmonics here in this less. So what we do design a control circuit. This is a control circuit for PFC. And what is this HCS and HVS? What are these? These are PI controllers to reduce the error. This is what PI controller. Okay, so this is a PI controller for outer voltage loop and this is a PI controller for inner current loop. Okay, so the shape is already available. That means this is the what? Voltage is not distorted, only current is distorted, voltage is rectified. That means a PI controller which is shown here does not see the whether it is a voltage or current. It knows only that it has to maintain a shape like this. So what we do is that we sense a inductor current. So this is the whenever the switch is turned on, the inductor current is there, and when the switch is turned off, this is there. So what we do, we sense the inductor current. So inductor current is like this. So this is inductor current. It is being sensed. Okay, it is being sensed, and then a reference waveform is generated. So as you can see, what is the reference waveform? Reference waveform is shown in black. So what is the inductor current? This current which is going up and down. So this is inductor current which we have sensed from here. So this is the inductor current which we have sensed from here, because this is connected in series. Whenever this switch will be off, this inductor will be also working. This inductor is almost connected in both the conditions. This is the advantage, that we are getting an inductance also in both. Inductance also have the property to reduce the ripples in the current. So this is the current which we have sensed. This is the current. This is the inductor current, and this is the reference current which we have generated. This is the reference current we have generated. Now how this we have reference current is generated? That is through this control loop. Okay, we have sensed output voltage, then get into a PI controller, then again we have put it into some kind of gain controller, and then I reference is generated. Okay, so this I reference which we have, this I reference is we have generated. Now this I reference which we have generated is a current like this, that is a sinusoidal current, because we have generated it. Let me draw it properly. The I reference which we have generated is reference current. Whenever you will generate a reference current, it will be the current which you want. What we want? We want that the current should be sinusoidal. So the reference current which is generated should be a sinusoidal current which we have generated from the output voltage. Okay, output voltage we have generated the reference current, and the reference voltage will be the voltage which we want across the load. Okay, so we have done two things. We have generated the reference current because we have multiplied the input voltage here also. And why we have multiplied input voltage? Because input voltage is also sinusoidal. So we want that current should also be sinusoidal. Now one thing I would like to emphasize that this controller does not understand voltage और current. ठीक है, ये controller voltage और current नहीं समझता है, इसको खाली सिग्नल समझ में आता है कि क्या सिग्नल है, क्या सिग्नल दिया जा रहा है. तो हम इसको बोल रहे हैं कि ये जो रेफरेंस करंट है उसको इस तरह से बना दो. ये जो रेफरेंस करंट है इसका सिग्नल इस तरह से होना चाहिए. अब इस कंट्रोलर को नहीं पता कि ये क्या है, वोल्टेज कर रहे हो, करंट कर रहे हो. इसको क्या करते हैं कि जब भी करंट को सेंस करते हैं इसको रिड्यूस कर देते हैं 1/100 टाइम्स. कंट्रोलर में दे रहे हैं ना, तो कंट्रोलर का मैग्नीट्यूड बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ी करंट वो नहीं हैंडल कर सकता. तो वी हैव टू पुट अ स्टेप डाउन टाइप ऑफ we have to step down the current so that the controller can sense it. और उसके when the error signal is generated, then the PWM is generated by comparing it with a high frequency wave and the error signal which is almost a constant line, and that signal DT goes into the switch. तो अभी हम लोग स्विच को बोल रहे हैं कि इस तरह से कंट्रोल करो. ठीक है, स्विच को इस तरह से कंट्रोल करो जैसे यहाँ बोल रहे हैं. ये एक करंट है, ये एक रेफरेंस है. अगर यहाँ पे स्विच इस करंट को टच करता है तो स्विच ऑफ हो जाए, और जब अपने लोअर लेवल पे आता है तो वो स्विच को ऑन हो जाए. तो बेसिकली हम इंडक्टर करंट को बोल रहे हैं कि वो इस रेफरेंस को फॉलो करे इस बैंड के दौरान वो इस रेफरेंस को फॉलो करे, ताकि ये करंट IS जो है वो किस तरह से हो जाए जिस तरह से हम चाह रहे हैं, यानी एक साइनोसाइडल करंट को हो जाए, ताकि ये यहाँ पे जो करंट फ्लो हो वो एक साइनोसाइडल करंट हो. तो ये एक कंट्रोल टेक्निक है जिससे आप जो है, आपने पहले क्या किया, आउटपुट वोल्टेज सेंस किया, उसको एक कंट्रोलर में डाला, वहाँ से एक रेफरेंस करंट जनरेट करी. रेफरेंस करंट साइनोसाइडल है. क्यों साइनोसाइडल है? क्योंकि आपने उसको एक साइनोसाइडल वोल्टेज से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया. फिर आपने एक इंडक्टर करंट सेंस करी जो चेंज हो रही है. तो बेसिकली जो है, जब इंडक्टर करंट ही आपने क्यों सेंस करी? क्योंकि बेसिकली जो इनपुट करंट है वो जब ये स्विच ऑफ है तो IL क्या है, IL यहाँ से जा रहा है और यहाँ से वापस आ रहा है. तो जब ये स्विच ऑफ है, व्हेन S इज ऑफ, तो IL क्या है, IS के बराबर है, क्योंकि ये वाला रूट फॉलो हो रहा है जब ये स्विच ऑफ है. और जब ये स्विच ऑन है तो IL ये वाला रूट फॉलो कर रहा है. ठीक है, तो जब ऑफ था तो बाहर वाला रूट फॉलो किया, तब भी IL बराबर IS था. और जब ये स्विच ऑन हो गया तब ये वाला लूप फॉलो किया, तब भी IL बराबर IS है. इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर आपने इंडक्टर करंट को सेंस कर लिया तो वही बेसिकली क्या है, आप इनपुट करंट को भी सेंस कर रहे हो, बिकॉज यही करंट यहाँ से जा रहा है. ठीक है, जो कि इंडक्टर में। तो इंडक्टर दोनों केस में प्रेजेंट है, ऑफ केस में भी प्रेजेंट है और ऑन केस में भी प्रेजेंट है। तो इसी कन्वर्टर्स को, इन टाइप्स के कन्वर्टर्स को कहते हैं पीएफसी कन्वर्टर्स, और ये बहुत, इनकी परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छी होती है। ठीक है, तो ये जैसे एक कंट्रोल स्कीम है, ये भी आपको बताई गई है, सब में एक ही चीज़ हो रही है। ठीक है, इनर करंट लूप इज़ रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर कंट्रोलिंग द शेप ऑफ इंडक्टर करंट, एंड आउटर कंट्रोल लूप इज़ फॉर द वोल्टेज कंट्रोल लूप फॉर द कंट्रोल ऑफ वोल्टेज। तो आउटर वोल्टेज लूप वोल्टेज को कंट्रोल कर रहा है और इनर करंट लूप करंट को कंट्रोल कर रहा है, लेकिन आउटर कंट्रोल लूप से हम लोग रेफरेंस करंट भी जनरेट कर रहे हैं। उसका दो काम है, एक तो वोल्टेज को कांस्टेंट रखना और दूसरा काम है जो है करंट का रेफरेंस जनरेट करना। तो ये जो मैंने आपको समझाया है, ये यहीं पे, यहाँ पे सब लिखा हुआ है कि कैसे उसको करते हैं। तो जो हमारे पास रिजल्ट्स हैं वो बहुत अच्छे हैं। आप देख सकते हैं कि इनपुट करंट की वेव फॉर्म जो है वो ऑलमोस्ट साइनोसाइडल है। जितना हार्मोनिक्स पार्ट था सब कैंसिल हो गया, क्योंकि हमने उसको फोर्स किया कि वो उसी हमारे रेफरेंस को फॉलो करे। लेकिन दिक्कत क्या है, इसका कंट्रोल। जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, अगर आपको अच्छा रिजल्ट चाहिए तो आपको कंट्रोल डिफ़िकल्ट लगाना पड़ेगा। अगर आप पैसिव फिल्टर्स लगा रहे हैं तो कोई कंट्रोल नहीं लगाना पड़ेगा। तो अगर आप देखो कि इसका टी एच डी इज़ वेरी वेरी स्मॉल, द सोर्स करंट टी एच डी इज़ ओनली 1.26%। ओके, ये और टेक्निक्स हैं जिससे हम लोग कंट्रोल करते हैं। ओके, विच इज़ ऑल्सो सिमिलर। साइनोसाइडल रेफरेंस करंट यहाँ से लेके फिर एक, ये सभी एक पीआई कंट्रोलर, एक पीआई कंट्रोलर ये है, एक पीआई कंट्रोलर ये है, सब एक ही काम कर रहे हैं बेसिकली, इस स्विच को कंट्रोल कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, ऑल दीज आर रिजल्ट्स। ओके, सम फिल्टर्स आर ऑल्सो नोन एज सीरीज़ फिल्टर्स। तो उसको क्या करते हैं कि सीरीज़ फिल्टर्स लगाते हैं इस तरह से। ये बेसिकली सीरीज़ फिल्टर्स होते हैं कि जो सोर्स साइड से अगर कोई हार्मोनिक्स आ रही हो, खासकर वोल्टेज में, ठीक है, तो ये जो फ़िल्टर है ये दोनों तरह से हो सकता है, पैसिव भी हो सकता है और एक्टिव भी हो सकता है। तो ये फ़िल्टर बेसिकली जो हमारी लाइन करंट है, जो फंडामेंटल फ्रीक्वेंसी पे है, उसके लिए कोई रेजिस्टेंस नहीं होना चाहिए, यानी उसके लिए जो इम्पीडेंस है उसका वो ज़ीरो होना चाहिए, और जो हार्मोनिक करंट है उसके लिए इसका इम्पीडेंस इनफाइनाइट होना चाहिए। टी हार्मोनिक वोल्टेज कंपोनेंट्स के लिए इसका इम्पीडेंस हार्मोनिक इनफाइनाइट होना चाहिए। तो एक तो ये फ़िल्टर है जो कि हमारे करंट के लिए काम करता है, पैसिव फ़िल्टर ऑलरेडी नो। जो सीरीज़ फ़िल्टर है वो हमने सीरीज़ में लगाते हैं उसको, ताकि जो वोल्टेज हार्मोनिक्स हैं बेसिकली उनको एलिमिनेट किया जा सकता है। ठीक है, द पर्पज इज़ टू रिड्यूस द इक्वलेंट इम्पीडेंस ऑफ द फर्स्ट बट ऑन टू कंटिन्यू टू इंक्रीज द सिलेक्टेड हार्मोनिक। द सीरीज़ फिल्टर्स कैन बी इम्प्लीमेंटेड एज अ पैसिव और एक्टिव डिवाइस। ठीक है, तो सीरीज़ फिल्टर्स जो है हम लोग सीरीज़ में लगाते हैं, प्रिंसिपल ऑफ ऑपरेशन वही है। The value of equivalent series impedance of the filter should be close to zero for fundamental harmonic and very large for block harmonic will not be present. तो बेसिकली इसको वोल्टेज हार्मोनिक्स को जो लोड साइड, सोर्स साइड से आती हैं, उनको एलिमिनेट करने के लिए इसको लगाया जाता है। सो दिस कंप्लीट्स योर हार्मोनिक्स यूनिट, and next time when we will have meet, we will have another chapter. So if you have any query regarding active and filters and its operation, because I have covered it quickly, then you can always mail me, or can see the slides again and can search about this operation. It is a bit difficult, but it's not that easy. If you are understanding the power electronics behind it, it is not that difficult, because the power electronics principles are now used for elimination of harmonics itself. That is the concept behind this. Thank you.